Okay, so let's look at the second problem here in lesson 75. We're going to graph the equation 5 plus 3y equals x. Well, first thing we need to do, we've got to get y by itself. So we're going to subtract 5 from both sides, and that's going to give us 3y is equal to x minus 5. Then if we divide everything by 3, we know there's a 1 here. Then we get y is equal to 1 over 3 x minus 5 over 3. That's our equation that we're graphing. So we know that 5 over 3, if we turn that into a mixed number, which is this is about the only situation that I would say you need to think about that. In your head, you could say that's 1 2/3, and it's negative. So it's negative 1 2/3, which would be about right here, right? I'm not looking for exact. It's just going to be a little more than half. Well, then we look at our slope, 1 over 3. So it's positive, so it goes up 1 and to the right 3. So up 1 is about here, and then 1, 2, 3 would be right about here. Up 1, and then 1, 2, 3 would be right about here. So then we just draw a line to connect all of these points to show our line. And then this intercept point here, it's going to be 0 and 1 2/3, which would be this place right here, okay? Which is the same thing, I'm sorry, negative 1 2/3, which is the same thing as negative 5 over 3. All right, so the next problem that there was a question about was this one. I think, no, it was this one. This is the problem right here. So either write the equation of each line. So let's take this over to my drawing pad. All right, so if we look very carefully, we see there's a point here, and there's a point here. And if we identify those points, we've got 3 and 4, and we've got 4 and 0, because this is 0 on the y-axis, and it's 4 on the x-axis, so 4 and 0. So in order to write our equation of the line, we need two things. We need the y-intercept, and we need the slope, right? So the slope would go there, and then this is the y-intercept. So to find slope, we can find the difference in 2 points. So this will be 1 point, this is the other point. So 4 over 3 minus 0 over 4. That's going to be 4 over negative 1, which would end up being a negative 4. Right? So that is our slope. So now we can say y is equal to negative 4x plus b. We still don't know what b is, but we do have a value for x and y. We can use either one of these points and drop in for x and y. So I'm going to use 4, 0 just because I think the math will be easier. So y is 0, and we have negative 4 times 4 for the x plus b. So that's going to be 0 is equal to negative 16 plus b. We add 16 to both sides so we can solve for b. 16 is our b. So now we can come back in and fill in our slope and our b. Y is equal to, our slope is a negative 4 times x, and 16, which is positive 16, is our b value. This is going to be the equation that we're looking for. All right, sometimes you can't just look at the line and see where it intercepts the y-axis. You have to actually find the slope and substitute that in, and then substitute in another point to solve for where it would cross the y-axis, which is that plus b value, or that b value there, the y-intercept point. So that was kind of, to make sure you understood how to do that by not showing you where it would intercept. and making you solve in that way. All right, so I think that's all the questions that were asked. If you have any more, please feel free to message me.